Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Tales of a Travel Agent.
Everybody's favourite podcast, in and around your ears.
And also now in your eyes.
Oh my God, yeah.
You forgot about that?
Yeah, how exciting.
Like, we are now visual as well as audio. Becky, stop it. You love yourself too much.
Rock your body, mic check, 1, 2. I think this is how I'm going to get found.
What?
For being the world's next top singer.
Oh, I thought you meant, like, found dead. I was like, what, in a podcast studio sat in a chair?
No, the world's next best singer.
We know
obviously.
you shouldn't sing in public.
Debatable.
Right.
Brings joy to so many people's ears.
Yeah, laughing at you, not with you. We all know that's the truth. Right. I have a new, kind of a pet peeve or something that I've found out annoys me recently.
Everything annoys you.
A lot of things annoy me. Like you said, I'm a grumpy old man,
I know.
right?
It's not new information.
No. Yeah. Well, flights, right? When you're on holiday, you usually get on a flight in shorts and t-shirt, right? Because it's hot.
I never would, but okay.
And whatever. And then you get on the plane and you sit there and it takes off. After about an hour, it's like you sat in the bloody Arctic.
Yes. I did experience this the other day, actually coming back from the Arctic. The plane was so bloody cold.
Fucking freezing.
Yeah, I don't know why that's a thing.
Yeah, I was like, turning off all the bloody aircon
from
things
one extreme to the other.
made no difference whatsoever.
You're either boiling hot or freezing cold.
Yeah. I was
Yeah, I
like,
dunno.
can you not do something about this?
Yeah, nah.
But the cabin crew are absolutely fine because they are in full on, like, what is it called?
Yeah,
like
they're probably
blazers and
sweating.
like, yeah, so they're okay. We're sat there like this, shivering. And like, I can't ask for a blanket on TUI. No, you have to buy one.
Well,
And it's a towel.
a towel.
They have got in their shop brochure, whatever it is that they've got on there. So flicking through, and they were like, blanket, but it also doubles up as a towel when you're on the beach. So it's a towel that you're trying to claim is a blanket for you to use on the flight when you're cold.
Snuggle up in that.
Yeah. better be a soft towel because I like quite a rough towel to dry with. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, not a soft towel.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
To dry yourself. What are we talking about?
I've got, I don't know.
You've lost the plot.
Cold on a plane.
I'm in a state of delirium. I'm so tired.
Yeah, but again, because you're not, like, you've not been here. You've been super busy with bookings. I don't, like, you are going to reach burnout at some point.
Nah.
No?
Computer says no.
No, right, okay. You just can't complain about it
Last
then.
night I went to sleep at 2:30 and I got up at 7.
Yeah, so stop telling me you're tired then, because you're doing this to yourself.
Sounds like a me problem.
Exactly, right? But
Glad we acknowledged that.
you have just come back from the Arctic.
Woohoo!
You text me the other day being like, oh my God, this conference is insane. I said to you, shut the fuck up because we need to talk about it on the podcast. Stop talking to me.
Okay.
So, come on, you're dying to tell us.
Okay, yes. It was actually a very, very, very good
Yeah.
event. So I went to Svalbard for the expedition showcase with Clear.
Yeah.
So it was like 5 days. We went from London, stopped in...
Did they do this last year or is this the
Yes,
first time?
last year was the first year.
Yeah.
Obviously, they made some changes and
Yeah.
did it again this year. We stopped in Oslo and then flew from Oslo to Longyearbyen, which is... So, in the Arctic, the archipelago
Oh God.
is called Svalbard.
Can somebody
Right.
get me the Oxford Dictionary, please?
Well, these are all Norwegian words.
I'm
so
not
they're
going to be able to
doing it.
understand a word she's saying.
So the archipelago of the islands, that's Svalbard.
Yeah.
Then the island you go to is Spitsbergen.
Right.
Then the town that you're in is Longyearbyen. And that's where all the ships go from if they're doing like a Svalbard itinerary.
Long.
Yes, exactly what you just
Longyearbyen?
said. Yep, sure. Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay.
So, however, the flight timings, we landed in Oslo at like, I don't even know, it was like 10:30, 11, something like that.
Morning.
And in the evening. And then
okay.
the next flight was at 7 a.m.
Okay, so
we
we're
had to
going
be
to
at the airport at 5. So we had to like get on the airport bus at 4:30. Like, it's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I slept for 3 hours.
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible. And on that flight to Oslo, I was doing spreadsheets on my laptop like a little nerd. And then on that flight from Oslo, I fell asleep before we even left the ground.
Right.
Me and the lady next
I've
to
done
me.
that before, though.
I do it all the time. That is
Love
my
it.
MO.
Like waking up to the plane landing and never have realised
no,
you took off.
I've often woken up and we still haven't taken off. And we've been delayed by an hour and I've been asleep. Do you know how fucking shit that is?
Yeah, I bet.
That happened on the Trafalgar fam. I woke up and they were like, yeah, we're delayed. And I was like, this is bullshit.
Oh, God, yeah.
So, yeah, me and the lady next to me just pretty much slept the whole way.
Okay.
Although we did fly SAS, they have free Wi-Fi on their flights.
Yeah.
It's actually really good Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Because I've often, like, you know, sometimes you get free Wi-Fi on flights and you can literally, like, do WhatsApp messages.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's
It's
literally
pain
it.
in the arse.
And you can't even, like, load a picture on WhatsApp or anything.
Can't send a video or a
Um,
voice note. It's
yeah.
literally just plain text and it's
Yeah,
boring.
no.
Yeah.
The SAS Wi-Fi is very good.
Free?
Yes.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
Whereas on these other ones, you pay for it for WhatsApp.
No, there's somewhere it's free.
Yeah, with
But it's
TUI,
just
you had to pay
crap.
for it. When
Yeah,
we
I
went
know
to
on
Cyprus.
BA
It was
it's
shit.
free, but it's just crap.
Yeah.
But no, this one was really, really good.
Good.
So I was basically just like working. It was great. And then, so we land in Longyearbyen, totally exhausted, obviously. We stepped straight on, told Greg Mortimer from AE, felt like I was going home. I was like, welcome back, I'm here. I was like, in my head, obviously, the whole expedition team is the exact same expedition team that I sailed with, 8 months ago?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not true.
No.
But actually, as I was walking through the town, I did see one of the E-team. I was like, Nicole? And she was like, oh, you did the active itinerary? And I was like, yes, I did. She probably didn't remember my name. So, yeah, we got on. And actually, it was the same like bar crew and all that, the same doctor, hot Colombian doctor, all like the same kind of those crew. And they were like, Becky, welcome back. And I was like, hey. And they were like, where's Sarah? And I was like, oh my God, you remember us. It was super fun.
Okay.
So I was basically giving everyone the ship tour. I was like, this is where we have this, and this is where we have this.
Of course you did.
And you know, they've got 10 dedicated solo cabins on every sailing. I was basically giving, they were like, they're going to employ you in a minute. I was like, they may as well.
It's not
to be
like
honest.
you to take over a centre of attention, right?
I know, why?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was great. And also because obviously I had the dilemma of, I have got my AE jacket, which is perfect for the polar regions, and
Yeah.
you're not supposed to wear it on. So that day I got to wear it all
Yeah.
day. So it's great. And then we had a like a local tour, like a local guide.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, it was depressing.
Oh.
He like gave you all these facts about like tourism and like carbon footprint and how the ice is going to melt.
Basically telling you all to fuck off because we don't want you here.
Well, no, it wasn't, because he was like, I calculated my carbon footprint and I live the same as 10 other people live. And I was like, so you're worse than all of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically in 20 years, the Arctic is going to be melted, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Literally 20 years.
Yeah, but they've been saying that about Maldives for the last 10 years. 10 years.
Well, it's going to melt.
No, 10 years ago, they said the Maldives is going to be underwater. It's been 10 years.
No,
it's
but if you
still
actually
there.
look at the predictions and what's been happening in the Arctic, they are correct.
Yeah, well, we need to do
It's
something about
scary.
it, don't we?
So basically, your kids are never going to see it.
Unless we go next week.
Good luck. So, yeah, and then the next day we did business sessions,
Okay.
right?
Oh, and this is where Becky got to show off.
Right, no, this was so
No.
embarrassing. No, it was so embarrassing.
Right,
so
okay.
what happened? So what is great is that in Svalbard, you take your shoes off wherever you're going places.
Right.
I love that. So you're like walking around. I didn't put the slippers on because I'm like, I don't know whose feet has been in these slippers.
Do they not give you fresh ones?
No.
Like
because,
most hotels do?
No, yeah, that's like a shitty These were like nice, good,
Oh, okay.
like in the reception. There was like
Slippers.
shoe cupboards
Yeah.
because not everyone is coming in to stay there.
Yes.
So you need them for everyone.
Right.
So like there's restaurant in there that people go to and stuff like that. So
In slippers.
yeah, the whole
Sounds like a dream.
in the whole of Svalbard, apart from like, you know, supermarket or a restaurant.
Yeah.
Whenever you go into a space in Svalbard, everyone takes their shoes off. So I took my slides because I was like, I'm not putting my foot in there. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
So anyway, in these business sessions, they were really good. There was like a session from the Svalbard Tourist Board. There was lots of sessions because there was 5 ships there, but there was also other lines there that didn't have ships in, right?
Yeah.
So they were presenting.
They're doing talks
And there was a
stuff.
lot of destination stuff, not just Svalbard, but Antarctica, West Africa, Galapagos, Seychelles, all the places where you can go on expedition, right? It was really, really good. And I was like working on my laptop the whole time at the same time as well. And then And obviously Andy Harmer's like presenting it all.
Here it comes.
Jake, this was not my fault. Okay?
Here it
this
comes.
is not a me problem. Right.
It's
so
100% a you problem.
No, can you
Right.
listen? Right, shut up. Right. So the panel session was something like what next? Something like that, right?
Right.
Now you've come to this event, you've significantly invested in it because it was like 1.5k ahead.
Yeah.
Of your personal money.
Yeah.
There's only really if you're working in a shop or something. Most people are independent. They're paying it themselves, right?
Yeah.
And if you wanted to go solo, it was like an extra grand.
Yeah.
So I didn't go solo. So there was a panel like, what next? Like, now you've come to this event. Now you're like thinking about expedition. Where do you take business? What do you do? And of course, I think sessions like this are like so good. Like, yeah, this is what you need. Like, yeah, what do I do
Yeah,
now?
what's the action plan off of the back of what we've just talked about? Yeah.
So the panel was Katie from AE.
Yeah.
Lou from HX.
Right.
And Vlad from Ponant.
Right.
Right. So they all talked about this. And then Katie had asked me before, like, can I mention your stuff? Like, you know, I was like, yeah, that's fine, whatever.
Yeah, it's already in a public forum on the podcast.
Yeah,
so like,
exactly. So I was like, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, you do you. And then Katie was like, you know, with your marketing, and there is a case study in the room that's done like really successful just off the back of one fam, blah, 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 all this. And I was like, oh, God. And the people around me that like my friends and stuff, or people I talked to that knew, were all looking at me like,
yeah, this is
talking
you.
about you. And I was like, just not saying anything. And then she was like, you know, there was a case study, and, you know, if more people did that off the back of fams, they'd have such a business because, you know, we are talking higher price points and
Yes, exactly.
And she was like, and not just for us at AE, like for all the operators in the room, they're all seeing it.
Yeah.
But it's not like she was lying, right? It's a fair point.
Yeah.
So, and then Lou from HX was like, say a name. They're like sat next to each other, like, nudging each other like school kids. Katie's like, I'm not saying a name. Lou's going, say a name. I'm not saying a name. Say a name. Like this. And I was like, oh, for God's sake. And literally, those around me were all looking at me.
So you stood up and went,
No,
you're on about me!
No. What happened was Andy Harmer then goes, so Becky, if there was an agent in the room that had done this kind of thing, and I was like, yes, it was me. Okay, it was me. But he kept saying like, so if there was an agent to have done, it was so funny. And I was just like, right. So then I had to like, do you know if I'd like prepared, I would have been fine. But because it was like so on the spot, God, I could feel myself going so red. And I'd already been called out earlier.
Who is this person sat in front of me? You're not bashful. You're not shy.
Yeah, it's like there was like 60 people in the room. I knew the operators, but I knew like 2 travel agents.
Yeah.
So, and before that I'd been called out, Craig from Polar Lats had done a presentation, and he was like, you know, use your BDMs, we're here. You know, some people like to WhatsApp us. Becky. And I was like, you're literally just saying you're here for us. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
You're on WhatsApp. Quick answer.
Yeah.
Right? So I'd already been called out in front of the whole room, and all the operators at the back laughed a little bit too loudly at that comment from Craig. And then like Andy was asking all these questions about, you know, what are you doing? Like, what have you done? What actions have you taken? What have you seen? And he was like, oh, this is all off the back of this one trip. And I was like, yeah, So I was just talking about all this stuff, and I was just a bit embarrassing. And then after, literally before we even landed, there was an article in Travel Weekly, and at the end, and it's like, I'm Becky Walker of Club, and I was like, for God's sake, I can't say anything. And then some other media wanted an interview and all that, and I was just like, for God's sake, this is so embarrassing. And then Andy Harmer was like, it's almost like you should have won an award for cruise. And I was like, ha. You're hilarious, Andy, but only you and a few others get this joke because most people in the room
wouldn't have been
won't
at the
know
AAAs
that I won
ago.
the cruise award last year.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then I spent the next 2 days, like, all different agents were coming up to me and asking me, what about this? And what have you done? And so I was just repeating the same fucking thing about 15 times. And I was like, I feel like just standing up at the front of the room in a restaurant somewhere and being like, because that was the only day of business sessions. So I was like, should I just stand up in one of the restaurants and be like, guys, can everyone listen in before one of you asks the same question again? So, yeah, I was just basically telling
Well, what they
everyone.
should have done, they should have paid for you to go on the Expedition Cruise Network and you be a panellist. There we are. Next year.
Yeah. So
and you can take me as a guest.
it wasn't Expedition Cruise Network, it was Clear.
Oh, yeah.
2 different things, Jake.
Yes.
Don't.
I apologise.
Don't get them mixed up.
But other associations and networks are available.
So, yeah, and then the next day we did 3 ship visits.
Yeah.
We saw one of HX's, one of Silversea's and Ponant's,
Okay.
Le Commandant Chaco. This ship, even all the BDMs were visiting each other's ships.
Yeah.
This ship, there's no comparison.
But
Like,
yes, there is.
no. You can't say it. Like, for example, we know Luxury, Silversea, Scenic.
Yeah.
They don't compare. And even all the BDMs were like, so one of the BDMs who used to work at Silversea, doesn't anymore, was like, I worked at Silversea for 10 years and I've never felt poorer than being on the ship.
So you're saying it's the most luxury of luxury?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to
In terms of
like,
everything, in terms of the ship and the provisions, but the actual ship itself can get to places that none of the other ships can.
right.
It's
okay.
the only ship that can do what it does.
Yeah.
So, for example, in like March, no other ships are operating in the Arctic. They cannot get through the ice.
Yes, too much
This
ice.
ship is.
Yeah.
And at the same at the end of the season, or like in Antarctica, it's the only one that reaches the geographical North Pole.
Okay. Yes.
Like, it is. So in terms of not only luxury on board, in terms of like, you know, caviar and butler service and all this bullshit, and the ship itself is bloody beautiful, like interior, it's also what they can actually do on expedition.
Okay. So it's like
insane.
the creme de la creme
Yes.
of expedition
Yeah.
for, if you're rich, that's the one you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you've got endless pot of money, that's
Yeah.
the one you're doing.
100%. And like even the BDMs were like, yeah, this is, you can't compare this to any other product. So yeah, there's even a room on board, the snow room. It snows inside.
That's amazing.
It's crazy,
I
isn't
love
it?
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
Almost like the ice bar situation. Well, is it like ice and stuff around it, or is it's just snowing?
Well, they didn't have it turned on while we were there. Obviously, they were like cleaning it and stuff because we were like on a day where guests were getting off and some were getting on. And...
Yeah, because it wasn't a sailing. It was, you didn't sail on any of
No,
them.
we didn't sail on any.
Yeah.
We just did the ship visits.
I didn't stay on any.
No, we stayed at a hotel.
Yeah.
Also, it was 24-hour light while we were there.
Oh, see, I really want to experience
No,
this.
you don't, because I'm fucking exhausted, let me tell you.
You couldn't sleep.
I thought the hotels, in my head, as standard, all the hotels would have blackout blinds.
Oh.
No, they didn't.
Right.
So I was just laid in my bed like this, staring at the curtain with the light coming through, like, fucking brilliant. And after living in Switzerland for 7 years, where the standard is blackout on every single residence in the country, I was like, I can't bloody handle this. It is pretty cool to like walk out somewhere at 2 a.m. and be like, oh, it's 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And then the next day we visited one more ship. We also did Swan Hellenic's ship. I think this was kind of the underdog of the event. So I know all those brands quite well because obviously I've been doing all my, you know, training and stuff. And I've been on another Swan Hellenic ship before, and they're very like, once you've been on one, you know them. And everyone said to me, like, well, I didn't expect much from Swan, and wow, these ships are really nice.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, like, they are really nice. So yeah, there were all five ships, all sat differently, different price points, different offerings, different whatever, but all really good. And you can tell the HX ship, you can tell they used to be at one with Hurtigruten because the cabins and stuff were very exactly the same as the cabin I had when I did the Coastal Express on Hurtigruten. The cabins were the same. So, yeah, but obviously seeing the ships is like, it's worth its weight in gold. Like, absolutely worth its weight in gold. Like, seeing the physical ships and knowing what you can and can't do on board and blah, 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 all this stuff. And then also we went on this, like, boat trip to this glacier and all this ice carving happened whilst we were on the ship. People wanted to, like, try and spot polar bears, and I was like, you're not going to see any polar bears. We're far too close.
Just explain ice carving, because I imagine some people are expecting people with chainsaws making sculptures out of ice.
When the ice on the edge of like a glacier or an iceberg or whatever collapses, and then a big wave started coming, and I was like, oh my god, we're going to be on like a big wave. But it was actually, by the time it reaches the ship, it's fine. But it happened like multiple times while in this like 20-minute gap.
So the cave made by the ice carving, the wave.
What? Can you speak?
Where the wave that came, was it created from the ice falling in?
Yes.
Yes, not just a random wave.
No. Yeah. So it was super interesting. And everyone was like, the ice is so blue. And I was like, well, let me tell you about the ice. I'm an icebergologist. Don't you know?
Oh, God. I'm surprised you got home.
It was quite rocky, that boat, though, I'm not going to lie. And people were like buying drinks and you were like flying all over the show.
Yeah.
Like, it was funny to watch people with like a drink trying to get back to the seat.
How did they get you back onto a plane though with your head that big?
Wow. Okay. Great.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, but the proof is in the pudding, babes. Okay.
Yeah, all right, because you did 2 bookings last night or whatever it was.
Did bookings whilst I was at the Expedition Showcase.
As well.
I was like, I am a cliche. I'm a walking cliche.
No, not really.
Booking expedition while you're at an expedition event.
That's not a cliche. That's
It
like
is.
saying booking beach holidays while on a beach holiday. That's not a cliche.
It was like a 4-day event.
It's just
No one else was. Everyone was like, "Yeah, I'll just staff my emails for a bit," and I was like, "Ding, ding, 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 ding."
yeah, but that's the difference between people making the most of these trips and not making the most of them. The difference is you've done tangible actions off the back of these sort of things that you've done in the past, which have then led to bookings because of it. You didn't do bookings on the expedition conference because you were at that conference. You did it because of previous actions.
Yeah.
So
true.
next year, the people that were on that conference should be doing bookings on the next conference because of the actions they've taken off the back of it.
Yeah.
But what percentage of the people that are there are actually going to take those actions?
The earliest I went to bed was like 1:15 in the morning. Also, you'll be upset at this. So one night we were hosted by the cruise lines at various restaurants because there's only 10 restaurants in Svalbard.
Yeah.
And there's only, I can't remember how many hotels, but they're not allowed to build anymore.
Okay.
So it is what it is. Like,
Yeah,
it's never going to change at this point. So the cruise lines hosted at various restaurants of tables of 8.
Yeah.
And I won't tell you who I was with, but there's actually 2 lines. This restaurant could actually fit like 16 of us. So there was actually a bigger group of us.
Okay.
And they ordered whale for the table. So there was 19 of us, and I politely declined to eat the whale. I was like, I am an Antarctic ambassador for IATO, and I don't think eating whale goes on their policies. I don't think I can do that. And how many people do you think out of 19 tried the whale?
15.
16.
Yeah.
There's only 3 people that didn't,
No.
which is crazy. And one of them had tried it last year, so that's why she didn't do it this year. And there was just me and the girl sat next to me that didn't.
Yeah, I'm not impressed by this.
Yeah, I know, right? I knew you would hate that.
No. That's
Yeah.
not
It's sad,
okay.
isn't it?
Yeah. Shocking.
Yeah.
Like, there's a problem about overfishing as it is, but whales.
I was like, those poor whales.
that are
And it comes in like this little tiny slither of whale, like so thin. And I was like, poor whales. Poor whales.
because there's certain seafood which, even cod's a big problem in the
The
world at the
salmon is
moment. Like,
Totally unsustainable.
yeah, well, you've got to farm it now for it to
On
work.
AE, they don't serve salmon.
No.
It's not sustainable.
Wild salmon is just not good. Like,
Yeah.
we're killing it off. But then you've got fish like lionfish, which are invasive species that are completely ruining coral reefs and stuff. Eat that.
But where can we get that? That's the issue. Can't get that
Yeah,
at
you
Morrison's,
can't in
can I?
Cyprus. No.
We
We tried it for the first time.
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't be impressed by that.
No.
And then by the end of the conference, it was like,
Oh, it's like eating dolphin. Sorry, I can't get it out my bloody head. It's actually really annoyed me.
I was in a state of delirium by the end of the conference. I was so tired. I kept like falling asleep. Oh, there's so many pictures of me napping. Sam was like, "Did you even do any work while you were there?" And I was like, "Listen, honey, it was tiring and exhausting. Honestly, so tiring."
Did you not look at the figures? Of course.
Exactly.
like-
Shut up, Sam.
Yeah.
So by the last morning, we were waiting for the transfer. Andy Harmer and I were sat in the reception of our hotel, just like chatting away. And then, so the hotels you can't drink water in Svalbard, the tap water.
Mhm.
You have to take it from the
Yeah,
machines.
like a lot of countries.
Yeah. So there was this guy in front of us. We were sat right opposite the water machine. This guy filling up his water bottle. When I tell you, I was so tired. Andy had come in to be like, "Are you okay?" Because you look terrible.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I'm so tired." Then so he sat down, we're chatting. We're both like crazy state of delirium. And then this guy filled up his water bottle, lets out the biggest fart
Oh,
you've
God.
ever heard.
Not what I expected.
It was the longest, loudest fart. And Andy and I looked at each other like,
I was expecting it to be like a yawn or something.
no.
not-
And we were both like, is this happening?
Yeah.
Is this a real thing? And another guy was walking past And
Was this in the hotel?
yeah,
Yeah.
and he looked at us to be like, "Did you hear that?" And we were like, we were just like, and the guy wasn't even like, "Oops," or like, "Ooh," or just
Proud of it.
yeah. We were just
It
like,
happened.
"What the
Yeah.
fuck?" It was so funny. I was like, "Get me on the bus,
No.
get me out of here." I couldn't take anymore.
Love it. Love it.
But yeah, it was honestly like such a good event and like really jam packed with like really useful knowledge and information and networking. I was constantly walking up to BDM and be like, "Right, so you're not on your ship," and they're like, "Here she is again."
Yeah, she doesn't shut up.
And I was like, "I'm using you whilst you're here and we're this close. This is literally exactly
I
what
bet
this
it's
kind
like
of
a
thing
love-hate
is for."
relationship with you.
Yeah,
Like,
she's making the bookings, but she's annoying
she's
us.
a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one night we did this brewery experience.
Brewery.
What did I say? See, I'm still tired. Brewery experience. And it was like this beer tasting. I was like, fine, whatever, I don't mind going. But the way it was presented by the brewery.
Don't say it was in like jugs made of whale.
No, it was the lady doing it, right? She was basically like, "I'm going to tell you the stories and you're all going to shut up and listen." And she would like stop everyone from talking.
Yeah, yeah.
And for like 2 hours, she basically just talked to us.
Yeah.
So it wasn't very interactive or like, "Well, hey, have a drink," or whatever. It was very much like a lecture.
Right.
And I was just like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
No, fair enough.
So, yeah. It wasn't that it was a brewery. It was just that lady, the way she presented.
Yeah, yeah. It just made it a shit experience overall
Yeah,
rather than
everyone
like
was a
being
bit
able to enjoy the
like-
beer and
Killjoy.
yeah. I haven't asked you. I forgot to ask you on the last episode. What do you think of Harry Potter?
Oh, yeah, I wanted to tell you about this.
Yeah.
So, remember, I was so exhausted.
Yeah.
Common
Oh my
recurring
God,
theme
you
of my
didn't fall
life.
asleep.
No, I didn't, right? So, I
Okay.
was drank some
Did you have a
Red
nap
Bull.
in the hotel before you left?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Time was making a booking.
Oh,
I
for God's
didn't.
sake.
So, I went to the first Harry Potter is at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
By the way, those shows are incredible. I'm convinced magic really exists after watching them.
Yes.
I was like, how are they doing that?
That's exactly what I wanted to hear because honestly, it's the most incredible thing ever,
I was
isn't
like, I've obviously worked a lot in theatre and on stage
Yeah.
and stuff. I was like, and normally I'm like, well, this is how they did it.
But the stage magic was unbelievable.
Yeah.
The hat at the beginning.
The way stuff like disappears
Yeah.
and people melt, and I was like, no, I'm convinced magic exists.
Yeah.
It was really, really, really good.
Unbelievable.
So the
But
first
keep
one,
the secret.
I was exhausted by the end, and I literally was like, so I do this thing where there's times where I get so exhausted where it actually makes me want to vomit.
Yeah.
So I was like, what am I going to do now? I've got a little break between the next one, and if I don't do something to sort out my life, I might actually vomit in the middle of the second one. So I literally Googled the nearest park, which was the park surrounding Buckingham Palace. And I walked there and literally just laid in the middle of the grass and went to sleep. I'm never joking. I put my little crossbody bag behind my head and just went, I'm not even joking, just laid flat like that, like a zombie. And I just went to sleep.
Don't blame you.
I woke up, there were so many ducks around me, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. There was a massive goose. And I was like, oh, God, I just needed it. And in London, no one looks at you doing anything, right?
No.
If I did that at Sheffield, everyone would be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, they'd be like, are you okay?
Yeah, but in London, it's like...
That's because you're one of 20 other people also doing it.
Yeah, so I literally just honestly just laid in the middle of this grass. Just like a dead person.
She's doing like a corpse pose for everyone that's listening.
Yeah,
that was not watching. Yeah.
That was honestly, I was so exhausted.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But you enjoyed it because it is.
It's amazing.
Do they still give out like the keep the secret badges?
No.
Oh, at the end of it, when it first, because I watched it when it first came out, so it was all very fresh. So they give you at the end of it, they're like, oh, keep the magic, keep the secret. So they give you a badge basically, and you're saying, I'm not going to tell anybody what happens.
No.
But obviously, so many people have seen it now where it's not a secret.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, it's the bit with the bowler hat. You know, the narrator. He walks onto stage, puts a hat on, and then walks off the stage and stood by the side of the stage talking when they're not acting.
I feel like it's changed since you've seen it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Which is normal. Shows evolve.
Yeah, they're adjusting it to ready for it to be the one show thing as well, aren't they? So
no, it's really good. Highly recommend.
Yeah, because like this hat just came out of nowhere when we were doing, because he was representing the like sorting hat, but it was obviously a man. Right, so he walked onto the stage, and then like we just saw this stage, and all of a sudden this hat was in perspective, and he grabs it and puts it on. It came out of nowhere. It didn't get lowered down. It didn't come up.
Yeah, there was a lot of magic. Yeah. Highly recommend.
Unbelievable.
I paid 70 quid for both shows. So
Fucking hell, it's cheap.
£35 a ticket. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Really good.
Mhm.
Really highly recommend. I wouldn't choose one where it says restricted view because it will ruin it.
Oh,
It
so
is one of those shows where don't go restricted view.
we had restricted view, but it was restricted view by the thing in front of you.
Yeah, so you can move.
Yeah. So
Yeah, no,
rather than
sometimes-
a pillar would ruin it.
Yeah, sometimes it's that you're so far back you've got the overhang.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't have
but
that.
please go see it before it changes
But we
to one
did
part.
pay £100 per ticket
That's quite normal
per
for the West
person.
End.
Yeah, when it first came out, it was stupid.
Yeah, but
So-
definitely recommend have a nap in between
Yeah.
in the park.
And you had to lottery for it when we saw it.
Oh,
So it was like,
now they do that for cheap tickets.
yeah, but it was a ballot because of how many people wanted to see it. It was
yeah.
a ballot, and
Yeah, now it's just a staple West
Yeah.
End show, isn't
so we
it?
didn't get to pick our seats.
Yeah,
it
no,
was-
really good.
Here's the price. You're coming. So tough shit. But no, that's cool.
So let me tell you what happened to me the other week. 2 days in a row, I went to Manchester for some events.
Okay.
Different points of Manchester.
2 days in a row, did you say?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just getting my head around it because I don't listen
One
sometimes.
was like started at lunchtime and one started in the evening. The first one, I hit 3 different car crashes on the way there.
Okay.
So I was an hour and a half late. And it was a really good event. It was like in a cinema room. And the suppliers like did the presentation on big screen in cinema.
I saw this on Facebook.
And you got popcorn.
Yeah, I did see this
And
one.
it was really good and really engaging. And I was like, yeah.
But you saw 10 minutes of it.
Yeah. But it was really engaging because you were like on this big it wasn't like a shitty £5 cinema. It was like the really big, nice cinemas.
Yeah.
So it was really good because you were like, yeah, I'm actually going to remember this. You know, when things are a bit different, you tend to remember it.
Oh,
don't you?
yeah.
So it was a really good event. And they took us to, because part of it was with St. Lucia, and they took us to Hotel Chocolat shop nearby.
Yeah.
And did like a tasting.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Because in our goodie bag at the end, we also had a box of Hotel Chocolat chocolates.
Great for the waistline.
Stop it. Stop it.
No wonder we've got weight loss things because the problem is we talk about it.
Food all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a really good event. But I hit 3 car accidents on the way there.
Yeah.
Right. Well, first one car was on fire, and then there's 2 accidents. The next day, I'm going back
bad
to
omen.
Manchester for a different event in a different area
Why didn't
I
you stay
take-
over?
because Manchester's like an hour away,
Oh, yeah.
right? And also that one finished at like 3 p.m. and the next one wasn't till 7 p.m. the next
Right.
day. So I would have checked out the hotel at 11 a.m. and then be
Yeah.
stuck in Manchester all day. I never ever stay in hotels. If anything's in a 2-hour radius, I'm not paying for a hotel.
No, fair enough.
Absolutely not. So I'm going to the event the next day, and I hit 3 car accidents and a wildfire on a completely different road. I was like, this is an actual joke, right? So I went past one accident and I reached a second accident, and then I was stuck. And I was just stuck on this road, and I was like, fuck. And the minutes were adding and adding and adding on the GPS. And then I was thinking, right, if I turn around and go back, I can still get past the other crash and go completely back on myself and round a different way, and that's still going to be quicker than waiting and going this way, right? However,
No.
I did this, and the police had arrived at the first accident and completely blocked off the road.
Right.
So now I was just stuck behind this one facing the wrong way. So I turned around and went back to the other crash, so at least I was facing the right way.
Yeah.
And just sat there for ages, just chilling, and then reached a third crash and then a wildfire. So I was super late to that event. However, it was with the beautiful Lorna, so she had saved me some dinner.
Of course she did.
Yeah, because obviously I missed dinner.
Yeah.
But I only missed one supplier presentation, which
Some-
is pretty good going.
Something similar happened to me on the way back from the AAAs. So I obviously drove back from Maidenhead.
Mm.
I drove there the day before, and I saw that there was roadworks and traffic, and they're redoing the road in Gloucester to get onto the motorway, and it was a bit of a nightmare. So I was like, oh, I know it's going to be a bit of a nightmare coming home as well. Well, I didn't realise it was actually closed coming home. And so I got to that bit, and it gives you the diversion. You follow the diversion, but the diversion takes you to the same junction.
Oh.
So you come out on that junction, back
Going
to
in
the closed bit.
circles.
I was like, hang on, I'm back in, like, how am I here? So then I put, like, reroute on my sat-nav, gave me another route, took me back to the junction, but round the other way. So I ended up sat in my car crying, going, I don't know how I'm going to go.
This is the terrible thing. I often literally don't know the way places.
No! Because we rely on sat-navs
Yeah, absolutely.
too much. Like, I do not know
Yeah.
the way to my house from Birmingham.
No, me neither. And
Right?
how many times we've been coming here for a year and a half?
Yeah. But it's because we don't need to learn it.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
we've got the tech. So I ended up having to use 3 different sat-nav apps to get me home that day.
Eek.
So I was like, right, that one didn't work. It's brought me to the same place. Again, got to another one, but that took me somewhere else, but took me to another dead end with a road closure. Because that was going to end up heading back to the same sort of place. I was like, but I am in a slightly different place. So if I go this way, but put a different sat-nav on, and I managed to get home. But it took an hour longer than it should have. But we do rely on sat-navs a lot.
Much.
But
Eek.
But then, because we got the sat-navs, driving abroad is so much easier.
Yeah, this is true.
Hiring a car, I would never have thought to do it if I didn't have my phone and was able to use Google Maps. Because I cannot use a paper map.
Well, you can't if you're driving. You need someone else in the car.
Yeah. But I can't read a paper map.
You're an idiot.
In Mauritius, we were given... So we were in groups of 4. This was on a family trip a while back. We were in a group of 4. We were given a set of car keys and a map. And on the map, they'd circled 4 points that we had to go to, like a treasure hunt. You had to go there, take photos and all these other bits and pieces. And what we were doing was we were driving from one hotel to the other via these points. But they gave you a paper map and said, by the way, you're not allowed to use sat-navs. I just looked and I went, who's the oldest one of the group?
Wow, AJ.
But
AJ.
she was the only one that knew how to read the map.
I know how to read a paper map.
Do you?
I've done my Duke of Edinburgh bronze, silver and gold.
Oh, well.
And I went to the palace to collect my award. Thank you very much.
Yes, you've told me this before. Well done you. But most people now wouldn't know how to read a map. My kids definitely wouldn't.
But even as a kid growing up, we had to sit and read it in the car to my mom.
I didn't. My mum would read it to my dad and it'd be constant arguments until one of them had to scream at each other and then they'd pull over and then ask for directions. Yeah. But do you know what I used to think when I was younger? When you learn how to pass your test, once you passed your test,
yeah,
I thought you magically knew how to get everywhere in the world.
You are an idiot.
I honestly, it was one of those things as a kid that I used to be like, once I learn how to drive, I'll know how to get everywhere because you just know.
I remember getting in the car, right, for my first ever driving lesson, and I'd never ever sat in the driver's seat in my life. I'm like 17, don't know my ass from my elbow. I get in, and he goes, okay, set off. And I was like, do you mean set off? What do I do? Go? Is there a button? I was like, I don't know what you mean, just go. I was like, well, I don't know what these pedals do. I don't know.
He'd assumed you'd had some form of...
I've never literally been... I was like,
Yeah.
What do you mean go?
Yeah. Whereas
What
I'd
is the
driven
procedure?
vehicles before my first
I didn't
lesson.
understand the clutch.
Yeah.
I didn't... And I just remember thinking, you're my teacher. You are my driving instructor.
Yeah.
Go. That's the instructor. Honestly.
Whereas on private land, you can learn to drive a car.
I knew how to drive a tractor.
Before. Yes.
Very different.
Yes.
Top speed, 12 miles an hour.
Yes.
You're out in the open because there's no top on it.
Yeah.
These are very old school Ford tractors. And you're very high up and everyone moves out of your way because they're massive. So...
You're not scared
not
of
the
it.
Same.
No, exactly.
And you literally don't do anything.
No.
You just sit and go... and go along. So...
Before we run out of time, though...
Yeah?
I have another little thing to talk about. Whether it's a bit of a rant or not, you're going to roll your eyes anyway because it's a little bit to do with TikTok and Instagram and those sort of things.
God.
And comments again. But you know when you post something that's aimed to help people save money, right? I posted a video around like how to save money on buying foreign currency or using your cards and stuff. People in the comments being like, oh yeah, it doesn't make that much difference. It only makes a difference like a $5. I'm sat there thinking, but you'll sit for like 10 hours trying to save 50p on a holiday.
Yeah.
But when somebody's offering you advice, you're then commenting saying, stop giving me advice because it doesn't make much of a difference. Well, if it doesn't make much of a difference, come pay full price for a holiday with me then. That's what I ended up commenting.
Point.
I said, I bet you'd be a great customer and not ask for any discount with me. Why don't you book with me? And they were just silence. But yeah, why is it you try and help people and they just throw it back in your face?
No, but I've told you this. This is the position you're putting yourself in with these stupid videos.
I know.
This is exactly one of the reasons I don't do it. I hate people.
Yeah, because
People are dicks.
no matter what you do, right? You
could put a video out there being like, I'm going to give you £1 million.
and they piss. Yeah,
Yeah, they'd be like, whoa, you're a dick.
yeah.
Yeah.
The fact you've
So-
got £1 million to give away is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no matter what you do, whether you were slagging people off, whether you're trying to help somebody, whether you're trying to give away free shit, there's always a problem.
There you go.
Because, and do you know what they are as well? Do you know the people that are commenting, usually no Facebook, no picture,
Yeah.
and user 956278854.
Biker Boy 76.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I
like,
know.
stop.
But I've told you, you're putting yourself out there like that, then you've got to live with it, haven't you?
Yeah.
You do not have the right to complain because you're actively choosing to
No,
do it.
exactly.
And I am actively choosing not to do it.
But when you make £150 from said video,
Then shut the fuck up.
it's not so bad.
So shut up then. You don't have a leg to stand on.
No, I know. It's
Literally,
it's
not a leg.
it doesn't actually annoy me. I just find it funny, if that makes sense.
It would annoy me.
It's when I've gone past that stage now of like any form of emotion from it. I read things and go,
That's probably a bit
"Ugh."
worrying, to be honest.
Really?
Probably.
Yeah, because
Ask
it's
a
like
therapist.
somebody put like, "Oh, talk properly."
Call the Abta Lifeline and ask them.
What did they put earlier this morning? Say it properly, you gay moron. It was like, well, here we go again. Knobheads.
You and your yachts.
What? What's a yat?
You tell me, yacht boy.
Oh, okay. Right, yeah. Nice one. Clever.
I did that.
You
I'm
should
so-
be a comic.
I am so funny.
You really
okay?
shouldn't be a comic. You'd bore people to death talking about Expedition.
Says Mr. TikToker over now. Talks about his TikTok.
Yeah, we need to start bringing in some other subjects.
God.
So what we actually need people to do is get involved in the conversation.
Remember, the competition is running
Yes.
currently.
If you don't know the competition and you're listening to this episode, you
Go
need
back to
listen
last week.
last week's to find out what competition is.
Yeah, someone recently told me they were listening in reverse, and I was like, "That's the definition of a psycho."
Well,
And, I was like, and also, there's a lot of things that won't make sense.
yeah, because when we say like, so we mentioned this in the last episode.
Yeah, I was like, "You're psychotic."
Yeah, I get like listening to like the last 3 episodes and then starting again, but
No, listening backwards.
yeah.
Serial killer behaviour. That.
Each to their own. Each to their own. Let's not insult our listeners. Each to their own, right? But what we need our listeners to do is go onto our Facebook page, search Tales of a Travel Agent on Facebook, go in there, and please give us something to talk about, because I am fed up of hearing about Becky talking about Expedition. You are fed up of me, Becky, when I say you, Becky is fed up of me talking about social media. Get involved.
It's like the be all and end all of your life, social media.
Well, it is, because it gets me all my business.
It's just a virtual reality.
Expedition gets you all your business.
But that's a real life.
So social media.
We're all living in a virtual reality.
With virtual bookings as well, because I don't do anything to get them, because they will come through via the website.
And you've got to deal with them people. Though. That's it.
Yeah.
Just no.
It's great though that you've got Expedition in terms of
But not just
big volume.
I book other things, guys.
Big volume bookings. The majority of things have been Expedition at the moment.
Yeah, because I've just started a campaign.
Percentage of your revenue. And then we've got the opposite side where it's high volume, low value. It's great. We need some middle ground conversation though.
So basically, I'm better than you. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Different. There is no
Becky's-
better. We
Becky's
pick
better.
our poison.
Becky's better than Jake. Becky's better. What? Love you.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.